Well, just talk about confidence-wise for you guys as an offense. A couple of wins, and then play the way you did last week. How much has the confidence changed for you guys from the beginning of the year to now?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's definitely higher. I think that we know that if we play well, and we can. Oh, shoot. But anyway, we know that if we play well, we can put up points. It's up to us that we have to come to play and execute and play hard, and we know that. And so it's good to know that we have the ability to, and it's just up to us to come to play.
Sean, what do you think is the biggest challenge overall for the offense in terms of finding that consistency week to week?
I mean, I think that's a challenge in itself is just to find the consistency. You have to be able to do it every week, and you can't be, 1 week you put up a bunch of points, and then the next week you don't finish drives in the red zone or whatever the case may be. We need to bring every week where we have a successful game and put our team in a position to win.
How different of a player are you compared to your first start last year against these guys?
I mean, I think I'm a lot different. Obviously, I think there's so much more experience under my belt playing in a lot of SEC games, playing in a lot of games, and I think that'll help me as far as being more comfortable and going on the road in a tough environment, and I think it'll help me.
As someone who's seen him on a daily basis, how has John Franklin sort of grown as a player and both on and off the field, I guess?
Yeah, I mean he's grown just from being here, from being able to play and stuff, and just learn the offense. Been that much more time under, more time under his belt as far as the offense goes, and he's just grown with confidence with every practice that goes by, and I think he's a great quarterback and he keeps getting better.
What did you learn about yourself in the road games at Arkansas and Kentucky last season that you think will help you go to Mississippi State?
I think I playing on the road is I wouldn't say fun, but I like the challenge of playing on the road, and you go into another team's environment, a hostile environment. Every environment is in the SEC, and it's just it's a challenge to go in there and play good and play well and steal win in another team's territory, and that's a fun challenge for me.
Did it motivate you a little bit more?
Yeah, I mean, you love playing at home too in front of your fans, but yeah, I mean, it's something that motivates you when everybody's hating you and wants you to lose. It's kind of like get you motivated a little bit, I guess you could say.
How would you rate your own play as this season's going on so far?
Good. I mean, good. I think I've done some good things. I think there's some things that I could do better and work on, and so that's gonna be the focus this week in practice to try to keep getting better.
So what's the thing you look at when you watch yourself that okay, I've got to get better at that? Any certain aspect, or is it different things?
Yeah, I mean it's different things. I think one thing, I think I didn't hit the couple deep balls that I wanted to this weekend. So that's something that I'll be working on this weekend. From all season long, some red zone stuff. Always working on red zone opportunities and but really everything as a whole. But yeah, of course you want to focus on certain things that you saw that you could do better.
You guys haven't had an offensive penalty the last 2 games. Talk about the challenge of trying to do that. It involves start noise, cowbells and stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean that's like you said, it's huge. That was huge for us in the last 2 games. There's no penalties, and but it's going to be a lot harder this weekend. Playing on the road is much tougher. So pre-snap penalties especially, and so we have to be disciplined and keep doing what we're doing as far as not committing too many penalties.
Have you guys been doing something in practice, really emphasizing no penalties?
Yes, sir. The coaches have definitely emphasized it. Really ever since camp, but I think they've emphasized it even more as the season's gone along. And I think everybody in the offense is really listening to what the coaches are saying.
Talk a lot about Bennett and how you're happy that he's your coach. What is it about him and what kind of things you see both on and off the field in him?
Yeah, I mean he's a confident coach. Like people have made a big deal about him calling the plays and everything like that, but he's confident and you don't notice anything different with when he's coming around or in our quarterback meetings or anything like that. I mean, he's always prepared super well. He's always been a great coach, and I love playing for him.
Was he the guy that recruited you?
Yes, sir, he was.
What kind of stood out during that process, the recruiting process?
I would say, just the same thing now. He's a good person, a good coach, a good family, and everything. You just know you can trust him, and he's going to make me a better football player and person.
And speaking of trust, how much more do you trust Jalen Harris, you think, in the passing game, considering how well he's been playing lately?
Oh yeah, I definitely trust Jalen. I mean, he's a young kid, but he's grown up so much since he first got here, and he's blocking so much better, and that's always just the toughest thing for a young tight end is be able to be physical enough to block and handle those SEC defensive linemen. And I think he's been able to do that, and he's going to contribute even more as the season goes along.
How important could he be like in the red zone? Because tight ends,
Oh yeah.
here specifically, have been very successful. in that.
Oh yeah, definitely could definitely help us in the red zone as the season goes along. There's no question.
How much more chemistry and trust have you and those young receivers kind of built up? Each
Yeah,
game, each practice?
yeah. I mean, every practice is just more reps, more repetitions. Every practice, every game. So every day that goes by, that gets better, and that's a huge part, to the success of a quarterbacks and receivers is the chemistry. So the more reps we get, the better, and I think it'll get better as the season goes on.
So what is it about Ron Davis that makes him the guy, that you trust and you target pretty good?
Oh yeah, I mean he's a confident player in clutch, and I just know he's going to make the plays when it's needed, and he's super quick and elusive. I mean, we just have to get the ball to him in space and let him make moves, and he's going to make people miss, and he's exciting.
Sean, when you look at this offense, particularly the skill spots, I mean, it's a huge percentage of the production coming from freshmen and sophomores. Do you see this group as having a really steep learning curve, like you guys are going to improve in large increments as you get more comfortable with each other?
Yes, sir. I hope so. I mean, that's what that's what we hope for, and I think that is definitely possible because all the guys that are young and contributing everything are really hard workers, and nobody's complacent or no freshman is like, man, I'm making plays and I don't need to come to practice or something. Whatever the case may be. Everyone's coming to work and everyone is playing with a chip on their shoulder, and that's the best thing to see.